Australia, in Islam, you don't pay to visit mosque.
For us, was
Okay.
no conflicts.
We have freedom of religion in the UK, but it's not peaceful.
That's true. How about the Muslim in Kampala, in Uganda in general, with non-Muslim? How the relations? Is that
Gak takut kitanya karena berasa rumah kita.
You want to take picture with him?
No, pakai kasih uang juga ya.
Oh iya, kalau saya datang ke sini, mereka berharap.
Oh, Indonesia banget. Kasih uang.
Tapi tidak semua orang-orang tertentu. Kalau misalnya konsulat, deputi, mereka berharap dikasih sini.
Oh, gitu. Gimana kayak udah lama bertahun-tahun di sini tentang videoku, beliau barusan menonton videoku.
Videomu bagus ya.
Aha.
Kenapa saya bilang bagus? Karena saya memang orang Indonesia, tapi kan saya tinggal di Afrika. Jadi saya tahu persis seperti apa di Afrika. Maaf ya, saya bukan menjelekkan orang. Kadang-kadang ada yang terlalu diperbesar-besar, kadang di too much editing gitu ya. Jadi kalau saya bilang saya suka videomu apa adanya karena saya tahu yang di videomu itu apa adanya persis ya, memang seperti itulah setting di sini. Salah satu contoh yang saya paling suka videomu tentang Dimbarara. Dimbarara. Kenapa saya suka? Karena saya tahu lokasi yang kamu kunjungi itu. Saya tahu itu lokasi yang kamu kunjungi dan memang seperti itu. Jadi kenyataan apa adanya yang kamu buat. Jadi itu salah satu yang membuat saya paling terkesan gitu.
Oh, makasih
karena
ya.
saya tahu kondisinya, saya benar-benar tahu situasi di sini, teritorinya, lokasinya, orang-orang. Jadi nyentuh banget di hati saya gitu.
Oh, gitu. Malawi juga ya, kakak pernah Malawi.
Saya pernah di Malawi 3 bulan. Saya tahu itu danau yang kamu ambil videonya. Orang Malawi hampir sama dengan orang Uganda, mereka ramah juga, mereka baik ya. Jadi saya terkesan dengan videonya itu karena enak yo kalau kita lihat di YouTube, lihat di video dan kita sudah pernah ke sana gitu.
Ya,
itu
udah.
beda loh ceritanya. Beda loh ceritanya kalau hanya melihat di TV, melihat di sosial media dengan kita pernah di sana juga gitu. Itu beda banget rasanya gitu. Terkesan banget gitu.
Karena pas bikin video itu pikiranku nggak ada yang lain kecuali apa yang kulihat, yaitu yang ku deskripsikan.
Ya,
Karena nggak ada skenario.
Harusnya emang begitu ya.
Iya.
Apa adanya itu biasanya sangat natural, sangat apa adanya itu kalau bagi
Apa yang
saya
terlihat.
itu yang benar-benar menyenangkan kalau bagi saya.
Iya.
Itu kalau menurut saya.
Biar real gitu.
Ya real apa adanya tanpa setting.
Benar, kadang terkritik, kadang memuji, ya itu yang saya lihat gitu.
Ya. Dan
Berdasarkan
kalau
versi
ada orang
saya.
kritik kan itu ada 2 hal positif kalau orang kritik ya. Satu jadi bahan pembelajaran bagi kita, satu juga kita ingin tahu bagaimana pandangan orang terhadap video
kreasi
kita. Itu juga bisa kita gunakan untuk alat bantu kita ya. Tapi kalau memang kritiknya juga tidak masuk akal, kadang-kadang ya biarkan saja karena kan orang bisa bicara apapun yang mereka mau, kebebasan berbicara ya.
That's right.
Ya itu kita biarkan saja gitu loh.
I like that. Thank you. Kadang bikin nervous juga loh kak. Kadang ada artis juga yang nonton videoku dan aku lah, aduh gimana nih pendapat nih orang-orang nanti. Makanya pas kak Emi nonton, aduh jangan sampai gue ada di video saya yang bilang macam-macam.
Semalam itu aku nonton sampai jam 1 loh, karena kan baru pertama masuk ke sosial media ya, ini biasa gitu. Ya kami memang tidak banyak berinteraksi di sosial media ya.
kena privasi
Iya, karena
dari
privasi
ada
juga.
hubungan.
Karena keadaan pekerjaan juga, tuntutan pekerjaan. Jadi saya scrolling terus kan, saya lihat-lihat, oh sampai kata suami saya, jam berapa ibu tidur, nanti besok kamu mau kerja loh. Kata suami, nanti bisa lanjut lagi tuh katanya. Saking apa, penasaran. Penasaran.
Emang ya kalau ada yang bikin video kayak yang dari Inggris, mereka datang ke Padang, saya juga penasaran
Penasaran ya.
karena saya tahu daerahnya gitu.
Iya, karena kalau kita tahu daerah itu dan itu dibuat di video, kita benar-benar rasanya pengen lihat semua gitu ya, pengen ngikutin gitu.
Jadi pengakuannya benar ya di videoku.
Oh iya, sangat-sangat benar, apa adanya. Itu yang saya suka. Iya, apa adanya dan nyata gitu. Saya tahu persis lokasi yang dia kunjungi, saya tahu persis di mana itu dia ambil video gitu. Jadi benar-benar apa adanya.
Thank you. They call that posh.
You call what?
Posh.
Porsche. Oh,
Yeah.
like that car, Porsche. They call it also Porsche.
People. So when you speak well educated in the UK,
That is Porsche.
the posh.
Oh,
Very well spoken.
okay. So that's why I love mad people. Always you learn something new. You know?
Selamat datang di Klub Setiap Bombe di edisi Masjid ke Masjid. Yaitu saat ini kita dalam suasana Ramadan, kita berada di Masjid Qaddafi. Kita ada Ibu Deputi Konsulat Indonesia di sini menemani kita, mengajak kita keliling dan membahas tentang masjid ini. Beliau sebelum kalian bilang kenapa nggak pakai kerudung, beliau non Muslim, tapi beliau respect banget. Maksudnya ya kita saling respect lah. Biar kalian jangan sampai kenapa gini. Right? Karena kita nggak bahas agama, kita membahas kebersamaan antara manusia dan saling menghargai agama apapun. Saya respect banget sama beliau, benar-benar represent Indonesia banget KMI ini. Nah, kita ada di Masjid Qaddafi. Kita puasa mungkin agak sedikit slow koneksinya, habis mutar-mutar dan lumayan capek juga sih sebenarnya. But dengan semangat untuk kalian, dia Ponde akan mengerjakan. Let's go.
Tentang angin itu kopimu Nila, kamu
Udah keling, aku tambah keling lagi.
bukannya makin cantik. Saya suka loh.
Jadi kita bayar ya. Hai.
Assalamualaikum.
95,000 for the visit. A day takes you around in and up the tower, you view the city.
Oh, so the fee is not to see the mosque, but for the view. I want to make clear, in Islam, you don't pay to visit mosque.
For those who have come to visit,
Huh?
there is a fee charged because this is a mosque and also it's under the Uganda Wildlife Authority.
I mean, I don't mind to pay, of course, I want to pay, but as a Muslim, we don't charge anybody come to mosque. We want people to come to the mosque.
The fee that is paid for the mosque goes back to the mosque.
But we call sadaqah when you want to give money to the mosque. So we call sadaqah. You can give 1,000 or million.
This mosque is one of the sites that I visited in Kampala.
I mean, just one. I
And
agree.
I will pay.
Yeah, we should pay.
But I think, as my opinion, as a Muslim,
Yes.
we've been to Mecca. That is the number one mosque in the world, where you get reward 100,000 every time you pray there, and they don't charge.
Yeah.
I just don't want the non-Muslim will think that we charge to visit our holy place. I mean,
out.
So people get misunderstanding. So do you mean like you charge for 20,000 maybe to maintain the place clean?
Yes,
to clean?
maintaining the place
Okay.
because it's a big place. It used to be sponsored by the late Muammar Gaddafi,
Okay.
and when he died, it stopped.
Okay, I really appreciate. I think that is the very
The
nice
reason.
answer. Like we pay that amount of money for maintenance. But if you say to visit the mosque, kind of is
Like,
not nice to hear that because we don't have to pay to enter the God's home, Allah's home.
Those who have come for prayer don't pay for a prayer.
Okay,
It's
so that
for a
money,
visit.
that money basically to pay the maintenance.
Yes, it's for the maintenance of the place because it's a big place and people here will not give swada, which is as big as that. Someone will bring a coin and grant. Yes.
I'm sure you agree, sister.
Yes.
What I said.
Yes, yes, I agree and I understand it.
Yeah. So alhamdulillah. So we do. Is that the rule here? We do.
We follow.
We follow.
Okay, please.
Just give a little bit opinion. 80.000 berempat. Habis berdebat gara-gara penjelasan untuk masuk ke masjid bayar. Saya juga nggak mau Islam itu tercoreng karena masuk ke masjid kita aja kayak di Mekah yang lebih ini masjid kita nggak bayar. Saya ingin aja mereka itu menjelaskan alasannya kenapa dan masuk akal nggak sih, jangan sampai Islam tercoreng lah. Nah, saya ada nih teman yang baru mualaf, yang baru masuk Islam. It's very beautiful. Assalamualaikum.
Oh, it's a very beautiful lodge.
Big ya. Assalamualaikum.
So they're not people praying. But when which day usually people
Hah?
also Ramadan, but still, for the day prayers, not many people come. But Friday is the pyramid.
Yes, on Friday there are very many, so they open this big room.
But daily they use the down one.
Yes, for the daily prayers we use the other ones because not many people coming, so those rooms are enough.
I think 1,000 people are gonna live here.
Ya.
Feel free to move around and take pictures. Then when you're done, I will give you the history.
Oke. Berada di masjid yang dibikin oleh Gaddafi dan
Gaddafi.
Hah?
It's Gaddafi.
Gaddafi. Nanti kita akan dengar bagaimana sejarah dari masjid ini. Oke, kami sholat dulu di sini dan habis itu kita lanjut tour tentang masjid ini. Nah, itu ada lantai kedua.
Which inspired him to build the mosque?
1971.
Yes,
1971.
because he was Muslim.
Yes, Idi Amin, yes.
So he donated 12 acres of land to the Muslim community to facilitate the construction of the mosque. And construction started in 1972 and it went on up to 1979 when he was overthrown out of power, so construction stopped. Until the coming of Muammar Gaddafi in 2001, when he came to visit Uganda, the leader of Muslims asked him to help complete the work that Idi Amin had started, which he accepted.
Also, they start the foundation by Ugandan President Idi Amin, but because for some reason he overthrew him from the government, then the construction stopped. Okay,
Yes.
then they resume in 2000. What?
So when Idi Amin, until the coming of Gaddafi in 2001, so the leader of Muslims asked him to help complete the work that Idi Amin had started, which he accepted. So when he went back to Libya, he sent engineers to come to Uganda to inspect the building and everything. And when they came in 2002, so this is what they came up with, and everything was completed in 4 years. So it was completed in 2006, but the official opening was in 2008.
How much the cost? You don't know?
Anyway, here we don't talk about the cost when they construct worship place. Yeah, maybe only between the government and the
constructor.
donor or the constructor.
Donator.
Yeah. For the worship place, we don't.
It was like a charity also. You don't say what you give.
Yeah, sedekah.
How about the Muslim in Kampala, in Uganda in general, with non-Muslim? How the relations? Is there any issue, any rumor like saying terrorists or whatever it is? No, that's good.
Here we have freedom of religion.
Mm,
Live peacefully with each other.
okay,
No conflicts.
We have freedom of religion in the UK, but it's not peaceful.
that's
Yeah,
good.
it is. And every month there is a interreligious council, and they always have a meeting here at the mosque.
Here,
Yes.
like which date is it? If you say
I
every
think at the end of the month. It's always at the end of the month. But they all the leaders come together here.
so are they only the leader or the invite public also?
No, the leaders.
Only the leaders. Okay.
So here it's okay. And let me tell you something. You know those butchers which sell meat?
Yes, most of them Muslim. That's
Yes,
what I
most
know.
most of them are Muslim.
Yes, I know.
And you don't see many of those selling pork in the city or in a public place because they want to respect the other religion. And there is a scenario that there is a supermarket in Nakasero, the Capital Shoppers. They were selling pork sausages and they put halal. So someone saw that and he went on social media and told everybody. So even Christians stopped buying from them. They were selling pork and putting halal. So how do you trust them?
Yeah, some more like trusting, yeah.
So until they apologized, then even the Christians started buying from them. You know, because they respect the other religion.
Wow.
I agree what you say. I have been here for some good years.
Mm.
Almost all who sell meat, usually beef, all Muslim. But yeah, what I really appreciate, they see the who sell pork, they don't sell publicly, and usually they sell behind and kind of cover. They
Oh, really?
yeah, they really respect one another. And even when the Muslim here prayer like fasting like Ramadan like this,
Mm-hmm.
but they try to reduce their
Music.
yeah, they really respect one each other. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
That's why you didn't hear music.
yeah, maybe
This-
they
this
but they
week.
reduce, yeah, they
Yeah,
reduce.
reduce.
Yeah,
Usually it's very loud in,
Yeah.
that weekend, they start Ramadan on Saturday.
It's also this,
Usually the night time is very loud.
and also I realize when the Christian Christmas end of year, I see the Muslim people also they respect Christian. That's what I see. So it's to me, I have been here for 10 years something. They live peacefully. I don't hear much about like
Yeah.
robbing.
Do you think that because the media and the politician didn't use a religion, like for example in the UK or other country, they bring religion issue to the media for example, say Islam is terrorist, or immigrant bring a problem, mostly is Muslim, so people bring light up the fire. There's not happen here.
No.
Or sometime like politician who want become president or become governor and saying I'm Muslim, so support me.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Doesn't. Good.
Actually, here when what I see when the politician campaign, they don't bring the issue what is your religion. No, they
So
don't
it
talk.
should be.
That should be.
They don't bring your religion. No,
No.
no.
Politics and government should keep religion separate. They should.
Yeah.
They should have a department to look after the welfare of it, but it shouldn't be a main part of the campaign or lawmaking.
In such country like we see, like you say, when the campaign, they bring issue of your what you
Right.
believe.
Yeah.
But what here, I have been attended 3 election here. When the people campaign, they don't bring the issue what you believe, what your religion you going to know. They don't bring it to the table.
Even in the UK, as one, I'm sorry, Carl, but as one of the powerful or developed, open-minded people, they do start now. Even in Europe as well. So it's not happening in Uganda. So that you guys more open-minded than European. It's true. Yeah.
Peacefully here. Never
In-
Muslim with Christian. They are very peacefully here.
In Germany, in Netherlands, in France, you can. If I become prime minister or president, not allowed to wear hijab in France. So they bring religions. Yeah, many.
Mandate all over France. It wasn't just
let,
in-
let me tell you one my experience. You know, I stay in my own house in the past. Okay, right now I stay in apartment, but used to be I stay in my own house. So my neighbor is a Christian. They thought I'm a Muslim because I'm from Indonesia.
Yeah.
So one day he talked to his daughter and to the maid. He said, "Don't cook onion because the smell too strong. When you fry onion, our neighbor is fasting." Like you can see, like he really care about you. Like don't trigger her. When you smell something nice, you feel, oh, I want to eat. How they really respect one each other, yeah.
And then you inside the house eating.
So I really
4 plates.
yeah.
In our country, Indonesia, because we are a very big country, but we do have the community like this as well, respect. Because I witnessed, like in Flores, living each other together and very peacefully, and that's what we want in this world. Thank you for information.
We are not yet done.
Come again.
We are not yet done. Mosque has
Official name,
Uganda.
but people know mention Gaddafi.
Yes, Gaddafi Mosque is the popular name, and it was built on a capacity of 15,000 people. But it
15,000
yes,
up and down,
yes, whole mosque. But it can go up to 20,000.
up to the veranda.
Yes, all festivities
Up to 20.
each day. Yes. So this is the main prayer room, and it is only open on special days when there are many people coming in, like on Friday, and for weddings. If there is
Oh, they also
nikah.
do wedding here.
Yes. Sometimes when some people come to visit, they find people doing the nikah. The Arab,
Turkish, right?
the Arab culture.
Yeah, Turkish is
the
Arab.
European culture.
I think more Turkish.
So the writings on the wall, the other wall, and that wall, and the other wall, those are verses from the Quran. But the ones on the sides, those are the 99 names of Allah.
Asmaul Husna.
99 names.
Nama-nama Allah.
Oh, setiap bangsa menyebutnya dengan nama yang berbeda gitu.
No. Setiap Muslim, Allah adalah satu,
Iya.
but Allah have 99 name as well.
Ada Yehovah ya, ada Yehovah ya.
Like Ar-Rahman. That's right, yeah. Tuh.
Buat penyanyi jadi easy untuk ingat.
Ada Yahweh enggak?
Sama
I can't read it at all.
masuk sama.
Here,
Ar-Rahim, dan setiap nama itu mempunyai arti.
Kita ada Al-Qudus juga kan di bawah.
Jadi namanya Allah, tapi dia punya nama 90.
Yeah, like nickname.
Oh,
Like the Almighty.
gelarnya.
Yeah.
Gelar.
The most gracious, the most
Merciful.
forgiving, the most merciful.
Yeah.
Title.
Yeah, something like that.
Like Allah, his personal name, then the rest is a title
Like
like
Jesus and Christ.
the most holy, the creator, something. Oh,
That's the right one. Benar.
Then that,
so you have 99, you say?
that's
Something
right,
the
and
same
the other side. Altogether, 99. That's Monday. Then the glasses in the windows are bought from Italy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is unique.
And the chandeliers were from Egypt. Then the designs up in the ceiling were from Morocco. They are carvings.
Yeah.
Oh, di Morocco.
Then the wood was from Congo.
Oh,
And then the carpet, this is a new carpet from Turkey, but the original carpet was from Libya.
it's unique though.
And it was made specifically for this mosque, so it has the design of the mosque on it. The original carpet.
Oh. But this one just ordinary carpet, yeah? But the
the-
previous one,
Yes.
you have the design of this one.
Around, you can go up and take a look at the remaining section. Then when you're done, we will continue to the town.
Okay. It's unique because that is mostly you see that design in the church.
Di gereja Katolik.
Yeah, in the cathedral something like
Di
ya kan.
katedral. Saya waktu di Netherlands, saya lihat di gereja Katolik ya, ada itu green glass.
That sounds like a song. Green, green glass.
Judul lagu katanya Green Green Glass.
Ya kalau di
If
sini
you want to go up, you can go up from the other side.
oh, dari sini.
Ini yang asli karpetnya dari Libya. Kenapa sih mbak-mbak ini? Tidur mbak? Sleep? Ini tempat perempuan. Ini dari Maroko ini. Ini. Alhamdulillah tour guide-nya sekarang ini udah mulai senyum. Jadi kadang kita harus mengalah. Saya sih bukannya mau bersih tegang, tapi saya mau membela masjid ini dari opini orang bahwa nggak ada di dunia ini masjid yang bayar masuknya. Tapi kalaupun bayar itu jelaskan bayarnya buat apa biar nggak ada misinterpretasi misinformation. Kita ini sih oke lah, kalau udah ini nggak mau bersih tegang ini kita ya udahlah, kita minta maaf kalau pendapat kita atau ini kita bikin tersinggung. Tapi yang kita baik kan sebenarnya beliau senyum menjelaskan, ketawa sama kita.
And it's about
How many steps?
272 from the entrance, 112
From here. So we're gonna walk.
yes.
Oh,
No, you leave him, you carry him.
when we're fasting. Oh, we're still fasting. It's okay. Spirit of Ramadan.
There is halfway and top.
Okay.
You can still see
Oh.
some color from either way.
Okay.
Can
You say
see the
start
view.
from down 200?
Yes, from down.
How about the higher? The high?
55 meters.
55 meters. That okay then.
See the top, the sun's bright blinding me.
Berbuka. It's too hot.
What those people doing? Yeah, they just sleep.
They are like refugees.
Oh.
In Ramadan, there are always people coming here donating stuff.
Yeah, because Ramadan.
They think they are going to donate some stuff. So in Ramadan, there are always many people around here.
They expect someone come to do something.
Yeah, because Ramadan is
The
Gi-
month for giving.
for giving. Yeah.
But from the mosque himself, that they provide something.
Yesterday, on Saturday, and then yesterday. That's why they keep coming.
So if I want to do something, I want also, maybe I will get your contact later.
Oh, we should give them then. We didn't know that.
But there is also a university here. There is also a university here. Some of them are students.
Just to play.
Yeah, you work for Satria and then people.
Sedangkan yang ini ya, apa yang memang sengaja begini? Ada intentionally they do like this, or you know they do like
Nih kita dari setengah. Oh ma, Masya Allah. This is
Guys, jadi inilah pusat kota dari Kampala. Ya Kak Emi? Ini di masjid Gaddafi ini kita bisa lihat hampir seluruh bentuk dari pusat kota Kampala, itu kota dari Uganda. Let's show Kak. Come on. So here Kak. Here Kak. Ini ada semua orang Arab ini, Arab maklum.
anginnya kenceng banget di sini.
Ya. Okay, so you're gonna tell me Kampala. What is this that? What is going on in Kampala?
So there are
Seven Hill.
So there are 7 original hills, but we have more than 21 hills that make up Kampala. The first hill is this one, where we have the mosque. This is Old Kampala Hill, and it is the center of Kampala.
But what the unique here I see is this mosque really in the center, because you
Yeah,
see,
that's
you
true.
see the road join here, this road join here, all
Uh-huh.
the road have to join here.
Yeah,
All the road have
benar.
is in the middle exactly, eh?
Yeah. Oh iya.
All the road.
Cuman saya aja sama Kak Nila yang berani naik ke atas. Sikal masih trauma karena jatuh. Bukan jatuh sih, dia terjun dari ketinggian. Ya, Sikal dia terjun dari ketinggian. Nah, jadi saat ini dia nggak bisa lihat ketinggian. Trauma dia. Berapa tingginya? 250 ini kan? Oh, memang lumayan tinggi loh. Nah, nyampe sudah kita. Emang benar ya. Cuman itu aja nih, sama aja. Cuman tinggi. Ih, tapi ada burung. Nah, ini dari puncak menaranya. Memang sih sama aja pemandangannya. Main jauh loh ke bawah. Pantasan nggak ada yang mau. Oh.
Dia nggak sumur bro.
Yang lagi takut.
Oh.